The County Clare Skills Competition is set to kick off this Thursday in Tulla Primary School. The event promises to be an exciting showcase of young talent of football and hurling aimed at improving standards and encouraging positive involvement at the grassroots level. For more on this, I'm joined on the line by Micheál Duffy, a Games Development Administrator at Clare GAA. Micheál, good morning to you.
Good morning, Ali. How are you?
Very well, thanks very much for being with us. I'm keen to find out more about the skills competition. What's involved?
What's involved? So it is a competition that has always been running. There's a Munster competition which takes place the first or second week of June every year, and the 6 counties in Munster would always have a team to represent the county. But I suppose what's been changed this year or been added this year is kind of a big push from coming to Munster. It's moved from Ballyea National School to Tulla National School. So Brian Calloo and Lorraine O'Loughlin are the principal and teacher that are driving the Coming Munster in Tulla National School. So we would have met with them along with Borden Oakpell, Joe Hansen, Borden Ogmon, Steve McNamara, and then we also have Camogie, Fergal O'Brien, the chair of that, and the chair of ladies football, David Nagel. So it's really kind of a push to get more participation. So the way it has worked the last number of years is our GDCs, John Enright, Peter Casey, Liam O'Grady, Dermot Thornton and Mark O'Donnell, they would have ran the competition, but it would have been in kind of the April-May window where primary schools would be quite busy either in Common Munster activities. So what we look to do this year is, and because of that then uptake wasn't as good as we would like. So like last year I think it was 22, 23 teams for the football and 12 or 13 for the hurling, which as a representation of the whole county, we have 110 schools in the county, so it wasn't great. So there's kind of a big push this year that there's an affiliation form that goes out to all schools at the start of the year via Common Munster. So do they want to play primary schools football, hurling, ladies football, camogie, the mini sevens, the cross country. So what we did this year was added in that as an option for schools to enter as well on the start of the year form. So it's not. So the dates are already set for the regional competitions. So the 5 GDCs will run their competitions on a regional basis, and then you'll have qualifiers for a county competition which will run in Cusick Park. And then whoever wins the event in Cusick Park will go on to represent the county in the Munster final then.
I mean, skills competitions like this, Micheál, obviously so important for developing young footballers and hurlers and helping to raise standards at grassroots level. But is it as much about instilling a sense of enjoyment and confidence as it is about winning?
Well, it is. And like I suppose the ultimate aim of this is like we've already got over 60 schools that have expressed an interest. So what I'd be liking to do with beyond here is that if there are other schools that haven't entered already, that option is still open to them. So they just need to check their emails that would have came from Lorraine in Tulla National School. And the whole purpose of the skills competition is to try and find the most skillful player, but also can the schools run it internally to get their qualifiers? Can we get as many schools in, and then the standard? We'd be hoping that the standard skill-wise across the county would raise because of it.
And tell us more about what's going to actually be happening on Thursday at Tulla Primary School. It all gets underway from 10 a.m.
Well, yeah. So the Thursday in Tulla National School is really a launch for the event. So like the applications have gone out to the schools to enter. So Borden Oakpell, Imont, ladies football and camogie, we're all meeting at Tulla National School with Common Munster and represented by the county board as well. I think we're hoping to have a number of senior and county players there as well, representing each of the 4 different flagship sides. So it's really a launch event more so than actually the skills event, but the skills event is down for I think the 2nd and 3rd Tuesdays in May or in April for the regional events, and then the county final then would be in May sometime whenever the schedule allows it, Cusick Park, and then Mallow then in June.
Finally, Micheál, just how important is the competition for the future of football and hurling in this county?
Well, it's very important. Like we all love to see our players want our players to be as skillful as possible. So any event or initiative that can try and get kids out practicing their skills a little bit more. All of these things help along the way. So like it's very, very important that kids have some incentive to want to practice and try and improve their skills. Okay, we do have to leave it there. Micheál, thanks very much for joining us on the show on that. Super. Lovely. Thanks a million.
Thank you. Micheál Duffy there, the Games Development Administrator at Clare GAA, talking about the launch of the County Clare Skills Competition this Thursday in Tulla Primary School. And as he mentioned, the event itself happening next April.